Hi beautiful people, hope you guys are doing well. Gypsy Rose is officially off parole. Before I share her post, what is up with Gypsy and the Blanchards and dates? Gypsy made a post wishing her sister Mia a happy birthday. Happy 24th birthday to my sister Mia. Watching you grow into the strong, confident and compassionate woman you are today brings so much happiness to my heart. You found your place in this world in such a powerful way, building a career as a labor and delivery nurse and making a real difference in people's lives every single day. Our family is so proud of you. You've become a true voice of wisdom in our lives. You always give the kind of advice that sticks, honest, real, and exactly what I need to hear, even when I don't want to. I love that about you. You're not afraid to be blunt, and I admire that strength. We didn't always have the relationship we have now, but I'm so grateful. We've grown into the bond we were always meant to share. You've become someone I can confide in, someone who truly knows my heart. I cherish that more than words can say. Here's to an amazing future that's waiting for you. I'm so blessed to have you as my sister. I love you endlessly. Christy did not make any public post wishing her daughter, but she did leave a comment on Gypsy's post wishing Mia a happy birthday. Here is the thing. Yesterday, June 25th, was not Mia's birthday. Her birthday is June 26th, which is today. It seems Mia herself celebrates her birthday on different dates each year. As far back as her socials go, June 25th of 2020, she turned 19. June 27th, 2021, 20. June 26th of 2022, 21st birthday. June 26th of 2023, 22. The year 2024, no posts. What is up with this family and dates? Did Gypsy lead the public to believe that it was Mia's birthday on the 25th and she knew that she was going to get turned up on the 26th? It's no surprise that Gypsy is very calculated. Gypsy herself has admitted that she likes to prepare, and she knew her end of parole was June 25th, and she knew that she was going to celebrate. Is that why she led the public to believe it was Mia's birthday on June 25th, so she could have June 26th all to herself, and she could get turned up without people accusing her of taking the spotlight away from Mia? Gypsy is known to care more about the public's perception of her than her just living her life. Let me know what you guys think about that. And P.S. In her posts, there was no acknowledgement from Mia at all. Again, Google says Mia was born on June 26th. Mia's own mother, Chrissy, is going along with Gypsy posting on the wrong date. What is going on? Between 6 and 7 p.m. yesterday, Gypsy made these posts, and she must have gotten notified that she was a free woman. And this is what she chose to post, which speaks volumes. I'm breaking my silence. I've taken accountability, and now I take back my life. When I accepted my sentence, I accepted the weight of my choices. I served my time. That was my accountability, and I've carried it for years. I don't owe the past anything more. As for Nicholas Godejohn, yes, he is a deeply disturbed man, but he also knew the difference between right and wrong. Regardless of my role, unintentional manipulation. This type of manipulation isn't rooted in malice. It's often a reflection of past trauma, fear of abandonment, or a lack of emotional tools. The key difference is intent. The person is not trying to deceive or control, but the behavior still affects others and requires self-awareness and growth to correct. Nicholas Godejohn made the decision to move forward with that night. That was a choice, and he is not exempt from the consequences of that choice. His diagnosis of autism/Asperger's does not excuse what he did. Mental health is complex, but accountability matters, and no one is above the law. His fate was decided by a panel of judges, prosecutors, lawyers, and 12 jury members who reviewed the same evidence circulating online. His efforts of appeals have all been unsuccessful, each court agreeing with the original conviction. I will not carry his actions on my shoulders any longer. I've taken responsibility for mine. This next chapter is one of healing, of growth, of reclaiming my life. This is freedom, and I'm moving forward with clarity, peace, and self-forgiveness. The justice system has decided. The case is closed. This is justice for Dee Dee, as well as myself, who the system failed all my life. The main thing I took away from Gypsy's post is she is absolutely 100% concerned, nervous, that the truth will eventually be revealed with all these foyers that are coming out. This is what Gypsy chose to do, fresh off parole, continue to villainize her mother and Nicholas Godejohn. What life is she taking back when I don't believe she lost anything in her life except maybe time, and time is something that you can't make up for. She accepted her sentence because of the choice she made that she continues to show no remorse for. The person whose murder that she planned for years, she calls Dee Dee, not Mum or my mother. Gypsy has taken zero accountability. Her accountability is projection, using non-existent trauma as validation. Gypsy Rose lacks self-awareness, and since she was released from prison 18 months ago, she continues to say, let's see what I can do with my life. It has shown nothing to date, except how she's caused pain and chaos. She hasn't done anything good. She has been given another chance to prove that she is not this monster that I personally do believe she is. I cannot speak for anyone else, but I have seen people express the exact same sentiment. She chose to attack, demonize, and disparage the man that tried to save her life, a man that sacrificed himself for her, Nicholas Godejohn, an autistic man who just wanted love. His fate was absolutely decided by all those people. And Gypsy did not face those same people because she was given a pass. And if she did face those people, she would have still been behind bars. Just like Nicholas Godejohn, who was spending the rest of his life in prison without even having the possibility of ever experiencing freedom again. Nicholas felt he was saving the person that he fell in love with. Gypsy claims that Nicholas Godejohn is a very disturbed man. Gypsy is also a very disturbed woman. Gypsy has taken zero accountability or responsibility. She doesn't want to be labeled a murderer. But let's not forget this.
Ultimate ending of the plea was Mr. Patterson reduced the charge to murder in the second degree, and ultimately the agreement was for a 10-year sentence. Well, I think all of us involved are it's relief. At the very beginning of this, there was the question of the death penalty on the table, and just uncovering the things that we uncovered throughout this case. Obviously, the anxiety level continued to rise, knowing that she faced life without parole.
Just uncovering things that we uncovered about this case, obviously the anxiety level continued to rise. And the sheriff's words at the press conference, don't quote me, but something to the effect of, things aren't always as they appear. Gypsy does not want to be labeled a murderer. Sorry, boo. It is what it is. You are a murderer. She may not like the label, but what is worse is her conscience that she has to deal with 24/7. She is so busy trying to clap back, whereas Gypsy should have or should be focusing on herself. If not for herself, at least for her child. Gypsy had the chance to begin healing 10 years ago when she was given the tools, and she chose to deny the help. She didn't want to do better or be better. She can scream it from the mountaintops that the case is closed, but the truth still needs to be uncovered. And it seems Gypsy is trying to avoid the truth being exposed because Dee Dee did not deserve what Gypsy did to her. The same way Gypsy feels the justice system decided for her, the justice system needed to decide for Dee Dee, and not Gypsy taking justice into her own hands. The system didn't fail you, Gypsy. Your dad failed you. You weren't good enough for him to fight for you, to be concerned about your well-being. And he still isn't concerned about your well-being, in my opinion. He chose to be obedient to his wife, who wears the pants in that relationship. She didn't encourage him to be a father to you or fight for you, only until you were beneficial and lucrative to them. You became relevant. Your mother that you call Dee Dee and not Mom, she is the person that truly loved you, did what she needed to do for you to give you a good life. She cared for you. She absolutely did create a monster within you. But again, she did not deserve what you did to her. Within Gypsy's post, she also added this clip of Nicholas Godejohn.
What's inside, who that is, what that is. I wanted to know, so this way I know what I'll be dealing with. And unfortunately, that part of me wanted to come out for a very long time, and the very first opportunity it got, it didn't waste any time in basically trying to make an example out of somebody, unfortunately. That dark shadow part of me that really is triggered by anger. It's triggered by anger. The sweet, innocent me that I usually wake up to every day is not there. It's a completely different person.
Gypsy thought by her including that clip and also including the screenshot captioned for educational purposes, he threatened to kill again. Going back to what Nicholas said in that clip, what's inside, who that is, what that is, he wanted to know. That way he knew who he was dealing with. Now bear in mind, that part of him wanted to come out for a very long time, as he says, and no one else could get that part out of him until Gypsy. It took Gypsy to get that part out of him. Nicholas had many people in his life, and none of them could bring that dark side out, but Gypsy did. And that says it all. She then goes on to say, justice was served, and so was my time. My continued prayers go out to the Petrie family. I am deeply remorseful for the pain and heartbreak my actions have caused them. I recognize that nothing I say can undo the trauma or bring Dee Dee back. But from the depths of my heart, I will continue to express my sincerest apologies to them, now and always. Gypsy Blanchard. Nicholas P. Godejohn has a disturbing pattern targeting vulnerable women with past trauma and pulling them into his twisted fantasy world. He presents himself as a dominant figure, seeking control and obedience, manipulating these women under the guise of love and loyalty. These messages are between Nicholas and a woman named Dawn, his prison pen pal turned then girlfriend. She was the first in a string of women he tried to trap in the same toxic cycle. Now, instead of Victor as his dark dual personality, he goes by the altered persona as Nikolai, commanding a level of fear in the eyes of his lovers. Thankfully, like the others who came after her, Dawn eventually found the strength to walk away to save herself before she lost her identity, like I once did. Bullshit. This isn't new behavior. It existed before me, and it continued after me. He is a man on a relentless search for, in quotations, perfect submissive. Someone to carry out his darkest desires, even from behind bars. But the truth is, more and more women are seeing through the mask and choosing to escape. They're not his victims, they're survivors. With Dawn's permission, I'm able to share these prison messages to give further insight into understanding the disturbing cycle of Nicholas's toxic relationship and bring awareness to domestic violence situations, as this is one all too familiar. Please pause to read carefully to the following messages. And she inserts these messages. You can pause to read. And the caption she inserts, for educational purposes, not bullying or harassment. Then she says, hashtag my voice. You want to be an advocate, but you can't even spell. And she attaches the number for the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Now, before I move on to show you the proof of how Gypsy is exposing herself to be so unhinged already, these screenshots that she's showing of Nicholas Godejohn's, this is his communication with another woman. Now, this woman was paid by Fancy Maselli, who at the time was working with and in favor of Gypsy and the Blanchards. And like I said, Fancy paid this woman to get close to Nicholas Godejohn and get dirt on him. And as you can see, they succeeded. So just wanted to share that. Now going back to Gypsy making this post, she captioned it, "I'm breaking my silence." These are all the people that she hashtagged. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Nicholas Godejohn, Dee Blanchard, Nina the beauty influencer, Sir Morbid X, Ash2 Trippy, Becca Scoops, Irie Rose Nose, Haiti Joyless, What the Bug, Hello Starlight, Fancy Maselli, Lindsay Tyler 424, Kish, Kasia Navy Jen, Coco Danzig, Chrissy G, Karma Collector, Zora Gypsy Drama, FYP, and This Is the Best, and all of those less known creators. Hashtag can kiss my ass. Hashtag mic drop. Does that come across as somebody that's remorseful, that's taking accountability? That comes across to me like somebody that is arrogant as fuck and feels absolutely entitled. But somebody that thinks that they are above it all. Gypsy was never a helpless victim. She was the mastermind. And like we see with now in real time, Ken and Ryan, she knows how to seek out the vulnerable and weak. That statement she gave about Nicholas, she is carrying on like she was a victim of Nicholas Godejohn. No, she wasn't. As you heard Nicholas say in that clip, that part of him wanted to come out. And again, at that time, Nicholas was, in his early 20s? And it seems as though no one else could get that dark side out of him. But Gypsy managed to do that. Nicholas was the one that was manipulated. Gypsy seems to be trying to rewrite history. She preyed on Nicholas. She took advantage of Nicholas and his disabilities. She used him to murder her mother. She was pulling all the strings. She coached him through it all. She planned it all. Like she said on the Vile Files, that she cannot kill anyone. Oh no, she can. She tried. But she realized the consequences of it. So that's why she manipulated Nicholas. She sought Nicholas out. She thought that she would get off scot-free. Unfortunately, it did not work out that way. Let's go back to what Mike Stanfield said. Uncovering things that we have uncovered about this case. Obviously, the anxiety levels continued to rise. Gypsy is no victim. Gypsy is a master manipulator. Gypsy is panicking and nervous as fuck that all these foyers that are coming out, truth will be revealed. If you guys let me know what you think about all this, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another and don't forget, make good memories. Bye guys.